The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the individual guests and hosts and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast. All content provided on this podcast is for informational, educational, and most importantly, entertainment purposes only.
I will be a rock star. I will be a monster.
Where it happened at? Live from Bedford-Stuyvesant, the livest. Live from Bedford-Stuyvesant, the livest. Where it happened at? Brownsville. 718. Sin City, nah. Drill City. It's a dynasty. Thanks to Sean Carter. Welcome to Live from Bedford-Stuyvesant, the livest one.
Facts. And you know we out here representing Queens and Brooklyn to the fullest.
You heard her. You heard what she said. So I got, how you say your name? Najee Rayne?
You got it. I appreciate you for asking, though.
Nah, I'm trying to get it right because I didn't. The Najee sound like Indian. I was getting no sound. I don't know. I don't know what direction to go with it. So yeah, is Rayne your real last name?
No, it is not.
Okay, so where'd that come from?
You want to know the full story or the short one?
I mean, tell us full story. What's going on? It sounds like it's an adventure.
So I have an ethnic last name. So I knew that coming out, I wanted to take that away. I wanted to just come out as Najee. So that's what I did. Started dropping music under Najee. By the time I got to my third song, I was reached out to by Najee, the saxophone player, very popular musician. His management wanted to sue me for copyright infringement.
Oh, this is a long story.
Yeah, so I basically just had to take my music down. I had to add a name. In order to make music, because he makes music too, because he has his name trademarked, I had to take my music down and re-upload it with a new stage name. Okay. So I wrote down like 100 different names, and out of all those names, I picked Rayne. And I ended up putting my own spin on it, and I think that I took the idea that, like, my pain, my tears, and I made it Rayne, and that's my element now. I noticed that, like, a lot of people in this industry, you grab an element and you run with it with your art. You know, you got, like, respectfully, like, I love Meg Thee Stallion, and, like, I consider myself cold, but she's the hottest, and I love that. In the same way you got Sweetie, who likes the icy vibe and things like that. I think that, like, having an element helps you brand yourself, and I think that all artists should, like, find their way of branding themselves, and, like, that will help you find your path to success in some way.
Nice explanation right there. I love it. Thank you. But so let's introduce you again because I really know people know who you are. So you're Najee Rayne. You're a musician, very talented. So I want to say, you straight up says, this is what I got. What she says, straight out of the melting pot of New York City. Like, what's going on with you?
You reading my bio. You reading my bio.
There says straight out of the melting pot of New York City, right?
Facts.
Rayne's new relatable lyrics and catchy choruses while she's 90s music reincarnated with a millennial vibe and the sound that no one has yet to hear or see in the same light. So you just distinguishing yourself off the rip. And you say you have a 90s vibe, which I like.
Thank you.
And I heard it. I heard your music. So tell me a little bit about you being the millennial vibe and also you get like, you're not 90s, baby. So what's going on with you?
So, like, I grew up listening to all kinds of music. Like, I grew up listening to old school, trying to listen to the new school, which my parents were trying to help me avoid. And then I started liking, like, theatrical music as I got older. So for me, I was a Disney kid. For me, I'm up watching Nick at Night. I'm watching Fresh Prince.
Wow.
You know, so, like, I have so many things in my head when it comes to art and music with art. Because all those shows that I'm watching, all those movies, they have music. And all those things were inspiring me as I'm growing up.
That's right.
And honestly, like, there were people who were inspiring me when I was a child, under 10, under 5 years old sometimes, that I didn't know that when I would be, like, in my 20s, I was going to be inspired by them in my day-to-day now. And the biggest influence of that would be TLC and Left Eye.
Ooh.
I feel like...
I've seen that.
I feel like my entire Najee Rayne vibe is, like... You wanted to play, like, my autobiography, No Scrubs has to play first. It must. Like, if you wanted to, like, give me a biopic, No Scrubs is playing in that.
Gotcha.
Because I feel like, as a woman, as I grew up and just started making music, I learned that I wanted to be smart, I want to be sexy, But if you're gonna be smart and sexy, you gotta be secure.
Ooh.
So I feel like that's the type of energy TLC was throwing out there with their music 25 years ago. It was like, we don't want no scrub. We ain't say we want your money, but please don't come over here without any. And I feel like that is what, honestly, like, I feel like the 90s was about keeping it real. Like, I feel like that was like the last generation of like just real, like just keeping it a buck. And I love to bring my fun energy that I feel like is what millennials are made up of. Like, we got energy, like, we got charisma, we got passion. And I feel like I like bringing that to realism with my music. So what you're always gonna get from me is like catchy, upbeat chorus that I feel like a whole bunch of people is gonna want to bump to. But I also am going to give you those strong, relatable verses like, yo, did you hear her? Especially because this day and age, people don't really be trying to listen to us anyway. When I say us, I mean female artists.
Smart, sexy, and secure. The last one is very important. I like that you said secure. That's what we need. Everybody needs to grab on to something that makes them feel stable inside. Security is the most important thing you can have. I'm not agree with you about that because when I was growing up, even as a man now, I never had a father around. So usually what I did is like, I watched movies and I spoke to a lot of mentors. And in life, you particularly take a piece of everything in life and apply it to yourself, and that's what will make you who you are. So I agree with you just said, back in the days watching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and stuff like that, and you just taking a piece of everything and it's made who the Najee you are today. So yeah, you said Left Eye. I seen that in your bio. Left Eye was crazy, man. She burned the whole dude house down.
I didn't do nothing like that, but like I get why she did. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know why she did, man. She could have took that any other kind of way, man. But that was.
Didn't he forgive her? They good. Don't worry about that. Like, they ended up back together right after that.
I don't know if I'm forgiving anybody for burning down a multi-million-dollar house.
Me neither, to be honest.
Now that's love. You know what I mean, so,
that's rich love. That's rich love, special kind.
So, you have more influences than that.
Of course.
And most of the influence, I would say Drake is more.
Oh yeah, he's a very big influence.
He's more
of mine.
current and stuff like that. And I ain't got no love lost for Drake. Everybody hate on people forgetting Drake made some hits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't see how they do.
That Kendrick Lamar situation. You know what I mean? So y'all gotta remember Drake. He definitely put a lot of people in the zone, man. You got Nicki Minaj. You got Beyonce. And one thing I was curious about, and I wanted to know, is like you got 103,000.
Absolutely.
Absolutely what?
I use a lot of syllables, and I do that because of him. Like whenever I get into that real, like I got a song called Hiatus. When I get into that like real like that like that techno, and I'm really hitting it, and I'm trying to tell you something. That's Andre 3000, you know, like, and I feel like there's a lot of music from him that I could pull from, but like Outkast. And just like, you could just throw his party track with Beyonce from like 2000 with Kanye, I think. We Like to Party.
I ain't never really messed with Andre 3000.
That's okay. Or even like The Real Her with Drake. Like, it was a while that I stopped listening to Andre 3000, but then he got on The Real Her with Drake back in like 2011 on his Take Care album. And like, something about Andre 3000 verse, it just takes me back to like when I started rapping. Because if people know me, like you said, people know who I am, Najee Rayne. They know I've been rapping for a long time, and they know that when I started, I wasn't good. I wasn't good at all.
That's right.
That's a fact.
Like a lot of people like to admit that.
Yeah, there's no problem in admitting that. The people used to tell me to my face, it's no problem. Now, I just feel like the love I have for Andre 3000 is because whenever I feel like I'm saying too much, I listen to one of his tracks, and it's like, I can say things, I just gotta make sure that I'm hitting a beat. I just gotta say things, I just gotta make sure I got a message. You know, it's like you gotta catch those pockets, and I feel like he's very, very talented because he manages to say everything he wants to say, hit those pockets, and you still manage to always get a message.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
That's why I got a lot of respect for Andre.
Yo, all due respect to Andre 3000. He's a magnificent, amazing musician. I just never vibe with him like that. He was always weird.
I'm a little weird too. You definitely hear people call me weird.
He wore stuff that nobody else wore, and not saying that he's just eclectic. I would definitely respect his hustle, but he was not somebody I would turn to. But I did respect. I mean, what's that?
And you know they're not from New York. You from New York. You from Brooklyn. Like,
but I mean, I still.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I still rock with Scarface. I'm more.
That's true.
See, Andre 3000. I'm more with the. You know, I'm with the ghetto dudes. I mean, I'm with the bad boys. I mean, but
I feel you.
So RG 3000, I was curious about that. Let me go back to my cue cards.
Of course, take your time.
And because you have a lineup right here of greats. You know, Nicki Minaj is a great. People need to definitely put her up there as one of the greatest female MCs ever. My favorite is MC Lyte. I mean, I don't know if you know MC Lyte. That's my girl.
Of course I do. Of course I know who MC Lyte is.
So that's probably my most favorite MC. But Nicki Minaj and Lil' Kim, they up there. So you got Beyonce out here because you also, the thing about you that I seen, because you like you out here. I mean, I visited you on YouTube. You have multiple videos.
I'm working now.
Multiple videos. And I listened to your music. I listened to the Total Package, which is the album cover right there. It's like a full 17 straight through.
Yeah.
So
my first project ever.
Okay, so a full length. Mm-hmm. So you got 17 songs, the intro and the outro.
Absolutely.
I mean, so that's you coming fully equipped, you fully loaded. And I listened to every song, but I can say too, the production was amazing.
Thank you.
The production was amazing, and the audio was the clarity was good. No reverbs, no nothing. Everything was pristine.
Ashby mix.
So, I mean, so the Total Package is an appropriate name for the album.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that.
And the creativity. What I'm saying is that because you not only spit bars, you also sing notes.
Thank you.
So you doing another thing too that I think with Biggie Smalls and Jay-Z. Any of the greats, they really didn't have no collaborations in their album like that. Your whole album is particularly all you.
Yeah, there's no features on that one. There's not one.
Yeah, so I was like, yo, you about a business. So I listened, and you did all your choruses, you sung all your choruses, did all your rap bars. And one thing I want to ask you, too, going a little bit into that, is that, you spoke about in your bio, what I really want to know is about the hardships and the past heartbreaks. Because you said in your bio that that's what really made you. So tell me a little bit about the hardships and the Total Package is dealing with a little bit about, a little male bashing going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm human, of course.
So tell me a little about the hardships of how you get to, give me 1 or 2 hardships to how you, to where you got to the Total Package. And then we do a little bit about we'll deal with a little bit on the male bashing.
Yeah, of course. Bashing. You can ask me anything like that. You got to talk about both.
All right.
So, I feel like the biggest hardship for me in my life has been learning to live for myself. Because I got amazing parents. And
shout out to mama right there.
Shout out to my mom. She's here today. Love her. Love her. Love my dad.
Yeah, I blew you up.
And they blessed me with 2 beautiful siblings. I have 2 younger sisters. So that makes me the firstborn, and I'm the first daughter.
Right.
But there's 3 girls. So growing up, I've always felt a lot of pressure to be great. And I've always had a lot of people tell me, you are going to be great.
Just real quick, you think the pressure to be great is a good thing?
I think that, like I said, I think that potentially it's a great thing.
Right.
But if you're not being guided towards your greatness, you can find yourself lost. Okay. And that's where I feel like my biggest hardship is when it comes to my music and my life.
Okay, one more thing real quick. So
go ahead.
With the because I don't like kids being pressured. So do you feel like the pressure was a good pressure or a bad pressure?
Always a good pressure, good intentions. Like my parents never were trying to give me anything but a push in the right direction.
Gotcha.
I think my parents always could see that no matter what I was doing, I could do a little better. That's just what it was. And if I'm being honest with you, I think even then I knew it. Because even when I was coming home with 98s, 99s, when my dad would ask me did I lose my point on the way home?
You said that on your albums, yeah, 3.8 GPA.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying, that was in college, but, I'm saying, even growing up in, junior high school, if I didn't feel like I was the best, I would literally feel like something was wrong with me. Does that make sense?
No, it makes a lot of sense.
As opposed to, as you get older, you just start realizing that there's billions of people, there's millions of people, and everybody's a little good at something different.
That's right.
And you find out what you like to do, you find out what you're good at, you find out what makes you happy, and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So, for me, I feel like for a long time, one of my biggest hardships was being myself. I knew who I wanted to be, but I don't think I felt comfortable to do that. So what I did was I said, let me check my boxes. So I got a job right out of high school and made sure I was a hard worker. I started serving, which helped me get through college. I paid my college tuition, most of it. by literally paying
your
in
own
cash.
college tuition?
Most of it. Three out of 4 years. My parents definitely sent me to Stony Brook for 1 year.
Okay.
And I ended up coming home back to the city.
Stony Brook's a nice college.
Yeah, good school. I didn't fit in too well there, but good school. And then I ended up transferring to Hunter. And I started.
You beat somebody up?
Nah, I ain't beat nobody up. I ain't beat nobody up. We could talk about that next time I come back. how I left there and why I left there.
Got you.
But long story short, I realized that when I came back home from that first year of college, that this was keeping me in motion. So it was like I'm 19 and I'm stacking bread, and you know a lot of 19-year-olds they don't have 5 figures to touch. So I understood, okay, I want 6. I want 7. By the time I was like 21, I knew I needed 8, 9 to do what I needed to do in real life. So around the time when I graduated college in 2018, and I was on the pre-law track. I wanted to be a lawyer. My whole entire life, I wanted to go to law school, become an entertainment lawyer, because I didn't think that being an entertainer was a viable career path. I didn't think anybody would be proud of me for choosing that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
So I started taking my LSAT courses. I took the LSAT a couple times. I did well. I just didn't feel like I did well enough to get a full ride. So when I was applying for schools, that is when COVID hit around that time.
Right.
So that's when I decided I don't want to do this. I think I always kind of knew I don't really want to do this. But as it just got harder and harder, I'm like, I definitely don't want to take out $175,000 to do this for 3 years and come out, don't know where I'm going to be. Granted, knowing what I know now, if I would have known it then, networking takes you far. Might have did it, you know, if I knew what I knew now. But yeah, so like my biggest hardship that brought me to my music, and the reason why you see me doing it so hard right now is because I know that even though I've been rapping the whole time and I've been working on my craft the whole time.
You just don't rap, you sing too.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. I do sing now too. Thank you so much. And I basically felt like, you know, I'm not going to say that, you know, it's never too late. You know, you always got time. But for me, I feel like I started late. Because I always knew I wanted to do this, but it took me a long time to put all my eggs in this basket and go for it. So that's where you get me feeling like when you hear me, like vibe. You know, you guys told me, I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all showed me mad love today because I'm going to perform that song for y'all. And that song, the lyrics to that song is, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. I'm talking about this, what I'm doing right now. I'm talking about doing art for life. Like, and if I want it, I'ma get it supersized. And if I like it, then I got it, not surprised. And if I do this, I'ma do it till I die. Like, it's a vibe. Like, you feel me? Like, literally, like when I'm writing music, I'm literally, and I can't wait till I think I'm finally getting to that point where I don't need to write my music like that.
Oh, damn.
And when I do that, I thought I wanted to be the female Drake, y'all. I might want to be the female Michael. Because that's what Michael was doing for us. Michael was getting on them tracks, and he was healing the world.
I love
straight up.
Yeah, I love. So wait a minute, real quick. Michael Jackson or Chris Brown, since you said that. Don't choke up now.
I won't even say the other person's name because I already said Michael Jackson. Don't ever disrespect Michael Jackson, comparing him to nobody. Nobody will ever do what he ever did again. Y'all can try, y'all can mimic. But y'all could dress like him, but it's never gonna be the same. Let it go. I don't even think it's fair to compare anybody to him. It should just be whoever it is to now. Please.
The hammer has been dropped.
Yeah, like people be bugging with that one. A lot of people gonna get mad at me for that one, but I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care at all.
Okay.
I don't even, please do not care.
Okay, so you guys, you got to the point where you're secure because you know you was in your books, you was in the schools, you was in the music, you're talking 6, 7, 8 figures and stuff like that. So that's one hardship. Any other hardship that you experienced outside of like that?
Before my music or during that?
I mean, it could be anything. You lost a foot.
I never lost a foot or anything like that. But I did have to take a large social media hiatus in 2021.
Okay.
Because I broke my collarbone. I was in a really bad car accident.
Joking about the
I know. But I took the opportunity. I thought maybe you would want to talk about the love hardships. I won't take it offensive.
Okay, so the love hardships that will come we'll get to the male bashing definitely. Okay, so
I would like it to not be that.
I mean, you know, people got to call it what it is. When you on the album talk about you lost it, you had a good one. Boy, bye. So the collarbone.
Yes.
The collarbone. How did that happen?
This episode of Live from Bedford-Stuyvesant is brought to you by Mom's Pharmacy, 745 Ralph Avenue, and another location in 235 Utica Avenue. This is not your typical Walgreens. Black-owned, woman-operated. This is where I get my medications from. You might as well, too.
I got into a car accident. I was heading into the city, and when you're getting off of the Queensboro Bridge, the lower one,
Right.
if you're gonna turn right onto 62nd Street, veer right, you're gonna do that. But if the lights turn in yellow and somebody behind you cuts you off, and then the people are already in the crosswalk, it was like one of those weird situations where I think it could have been a lot worse if I would have tried to make my turn.
Right.
So what I did was I took a completely different turn because there was space over there and there was no one over there.
Right.
And because I did that, there's these barriers right in front of the bridge when you're coming down, and my whole car went into the barriers. And because of that, my chest went into the steering wheel. So my chest goes into the steering wheel. I remember feeling the impact and not even understanding, like I got into other accidents before. So I got into the accident. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm good. So I get out the car, and then I passed out. So but on some real American, a white lady and a black lady helped me out, and I never forget them. So I hope one day that I could really meet them again, because they saved my life, and I never saw them again.
That's amazing.
They were awesome for that. They took my phone and called the people, too.
I just had somebody on the podcast, female author. She was talking about how, somebody, they went to a coma, and she went, to his bedside, and he came out the coma because she told him to wake up. So
wow.
And then, but people have people that are angels that, and they just do what they do out of the kindness of their heart, and they never want anything in return. So I think that's beautiful. And it's a mixture. It's white and black.
It was just beautiful, yeah. Like, I'll never forget looking up and seeing them. Like, wow.
Yeah, I get tired of people always trying to, say, white is better and black is better. Okay, so you came out of a car accident with a collarbone. So how long, you went to physical therapy?
Not as long as I should have, which is why sometimes you see me clicking back my bone every now and then, but we good.
You use that in the video,
stop, it'd be a little dance move, but definitely, like, this is the best I've been since my accident, and that was like 3 years ago now, and like, it took me about a full year to feel like myself again. After that full year passed, that's when I started performing again, and then after that, I got back on the horse.
Because some people, I just had, my sisters had to go to the hospital get a gallbladder removed. Much love, Denise, to you. Hello.
Yeah, we're missing you, Denise. I wish I got to meet you today.
And so it's right back to the groove, So how do you feel after almost having a near-death experience? You passed out. After that situation, how did you feel? Did you feel like you felt like life was reinvigorated for you, or you just felt regular? Was you glad to be alive?
After the accident, no. Definitely not happy to be alive after the accident. Like, initially, no.
That's you.
I don't think I was happy to be alive. Maybe it took me 12 to 16 weeks after the accident.
Gotcha.
Where I started to finally feel like, But I went back to work 8 weeks after my accident.
Okay.
So I remember go to work and I'll be hiding in the bathroom because I just want to sit down.
Gotcha.
Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be at work. I don't want to do this.
Gotcha.
But you got to go back to work because you got medical bills. You got other things. You know what I'm saying? I was out, so I had to go to work.
Life definitely hits
you know what I'm saying? So, but when I think about that now, and I think about even a year or two after that now, I'm so happy I kept going. Good. Because I think, the person that I am today, I could visualize her then. I could be like, ooh, if I could just give me one, just let me get back out there. And I feel like that's where I'm at now.
I'm gonna say no, because I think everybody go to the hospital, the first thing is they think about their medical bills. It's crazy to just come out of a situation where you just possibly got your life saving. All right, now is everything covered?
Yeah, and it really is.
And then I gotta get back to work to pay this and that. So I get it. So you have a song called Wish List.
Absolutely.
Yes, I know we about to get in some Scrubs kind of TLC, kind of Left Eye, kind of burn your house kind of down.
That's so funny.
Huff and puff and burn your house down kind of stuff. So yeah, the wish list is kind of heavy because you really talking about you wish you had, Najee. So tell me a little bit about, tell me a little bit about you out here breaking hearts, man.
If I'm being honest with you, I really do my due diligence to not break nobody's heart. Because I do my best to let people know what I'm focused on when you meet me.
Got you.
And it's not love. It is not that. That is a distraction. At least for a woman. A man in love, they say men in love is a distraction too if you're not successful. But a woman in love, she has nothing if she gets distracted after that. Like, it's like if you distract a woman and she doesn't even have the time to get her things together, then you wake up and you don't want that woman. She has nothing. As opposed to a man always gonna get a bag. There's always a bag for you to go get. It's always a job. But it seems like what I learned as I got older is I have a clock. And the only people who will not benefit from that clock are men trying to distract me. So that is the way I live my life.
Well, goddamn.
So it's like, I'd be damned if I'm gonna waste time with you so you could tell me in 10 years that I'm old and washed up. You out here trying to waste my time. I know what you're doing. So it's like, and I know that that's every man that comes to me. Whether or not you get a shot or not, I knew what was up. So if I take the chance with you, know that I took the chance on you. I didn't give you a chance on me. I already knew that I wasn't gonna be as satisfied or anything when you came along. I just gave you a chance because that's life. It's about risk. And I'm always going to take a risk because I'm going to make it there. And whatever, I'm going to get what I want. Sometimes you got to take a risk to get the things you want.
Okay.
So for me, it's just, I don't really like to be distracted, and I also don't like to be gaslit. And that's like men's favorite thing to do to you. Especially when you let them in. So it's like, I don't really be having time for that. And I got good guys around me in the sense of like, I got brothers, I got friends for years that like, they put me on game. I got cousins, I got uncles, I got a father, and they put me on.
That's what's
so
up.
Like, I definitely know, but I also know a good guy when I see one too.
Gotcha.
I also know a good man when I receive one well.
Well, that's
sure.
good to know.
Like, I do. I'm very well aware of that.
You used to be like, yo, anybody move, they get shot.
Yeah, like, AK out. The AK's out. What's up?
Yeah, anybody move, they get shot. So, amazing. So we know what the wish list is about. So you guys, they guys are going to continue to have a wish list.
If I'm being real with you, though, if you really want to know what wish list is about, the straight, like, inspiration for that song had to do with, I met a lady who basically said, "Oh, just tell them you're a size queen," and that's where it started. That's where it came from. It came from like wanting a bigger and a better man, so getting rid of all the little guys. Does that make sense?
Oh my God.
So it's like off rip, like get up out of here, like you don't even
right
got
now,
it.
yo.
And that's where the inspiration for that song came from. It's like, no, like come on, like I'm out your league.
Jesus.
So like in the video, like my mental is, I've always been on a football field like running, but it's like girl football and we're running from guys. It would be fire. We'll get there one day. We'll get there one day, mama.
OMG. Size queens and all kind of stuff, brother.
Let me drink some water now, because I know your guests hate me now. I know the guys watching us like, look at this.
I got to man up out in these streets, man.
Who does she think she is?
It's great to see that you're motivated and you're focused and stuff like that. I mean, you have so many drives, you're hitting on all cylinders. But I really want to know what really drives you in the morning and at night. What drives you to keep pushing? Is it 8 figures? What is it? A Grammy?
Freedom. Freedom. I think that if I ever woke up and I thought that whatever I was doing wasn't going to get me closer to freedom, I would stop doing it. And I would go do something else that would get me closer to freedom. So, like, in the morning, it's definitely freedom. And at night, it's definitely my family. Like, the thing that helps me go to sleep at night, just a good conscience and my heart feeling well. It's like knowing my mom's good, knowing my sisters are good, because I really have a really strong relationship with my little sisters, and I care and worry about both of them a lot.
That's what's up.
So knowing that they good, my pops is good, my family, my friends. But in the morning, it's freedom. Like when I wake up in the morning, I do not think about nobody but freedom.
Wow. I like that. I think most people should focus on that control of their lives, right? Freedom is definitely essential. I mean, in all aspects. 'Cause I'm the same way, even in relationships, I want my freedom. You know, so I get it. So your hair looks dope. Know what I mean?
You. I did it myself.
The nails is dope. The shoes is dope. I got to definitely compliment you. You sitting on the throne right now.
Thank you. You gave me the throne to sit on. I appreciate it.
So another thing, that I noticed about you, because I would listen to your lyrics and listen to the album, right? your voice mad raspy, yo.
It's funny because you was like, you know MC Light, and I'm like, of course I know MC Light. Do you know how many people ask me if I know MC Light because they say I sound like her?
Word?
A lot. Like people say that. I didn't even, if I'm being real with you, I wasn't like heavy. You know, she's a little before my time, even like more so than like No Scrubs and stuff.
Yeah.
But like when I tap into her, I hear myself. Even when I hear her on the radio sometimes, when she hosts shows and stuff like that, I hear it. She got like a wide voice. I love it.
That's my girl. I used to
But
be back
yeah.
in the days.
She's fire. She's fire.
Like, man, she was like the first female gangster rapper, to be real with you.
Sometimes I feel like mine is a little bit too raspy. I gotta pull it back sometimes.
Now you raspy definitely, but you know how you mellow it out with some honey, you sing. I mean, so you know some Jada Kiss.
Yeah, I do be on my Jada
Female
Kiss.
Jada Kiss joint. Then you hit him with the notes. You hit him with the bluebird. What they call them? Bluebirds? I don't know, hummingbirds. You hit him with the notes. So you kind of, give him bitter and sweet.
Balance it out.
You balance it out. So it was dope. I was like, yo, she got the raspy. You know what I mean? But whose idea was it? I seen a few of your videos. You just out in the street in the middle.
That's me.
You everywhere, stopping traffic.
That's me.
You got the Let's Get Ready to Rumble mic in front of you.
Yup. Yup.
Like,
It's a stand. It's not hanging.
It looked like it's hanging, man. Like, let's get ready. Like, you just going in the street and you just doing, one thing you seem like bold and brave. Like, you don't let nothing hold you back, man. I've seen your videos. Like, you just do whatever you do and the lyrics just come naturally. So, and you write all your stuff, right?
Yes.
So whose idea was it just to be popping out in the middle of all different locations in New York City just doing what you want to do and nobody saying nothing? Like, who does that?
Honestly, like, the things you see me doing right now, I'm straight up revisiting. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about, it's 2024, about to be 2025. Easily 10 years ago, 2014, 15, 13. I think my first YouTube video was from 2013. Mm-hmm. That's what I used to do. I used to go around New York City. Me and my old best friend, Mina, we would go around and do, just on the iPhone, go to the Brooklyn Bridge, at the time, I didn't even have my own music. I would just do remixes to like Drake's like Summer 16 or J. Cole's Love Yours and things like that, 5 a.m. in Toronto. And we're just going around making little videos in the 6th Street station. We go to the Brooklyn Bridge. We go to Battery Park, wherever we wanted to. And then I stopped doing that because at the time I started making music, my own independent art music, COVID happened. Mm-hmm. So there was no running around really and doing that in the city because that didn't exist. Right. I still will go out there. You'll see some photos of me like in front of Radio City Hall where there's nobody on 6th Ave, which was rarely happening. But during COVID, you could get empty street. So I used to do stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But honestly, I feel like that's what artists are here to do. Mm-hmm. Like, this world is my canvas. So it's like, I got music. That's not tangible. Mm-hmm. How am I going to show you my music? Because I dropped 30 songs in 2020 and people didn't listen to them because they didn't see me behind it. Mm-hmm. And I know that because back then I didn't have the confidence that I have now. Because in 2020, I was 75 pounds heavier than this, easily. Like, I was like 200-something easily. Mm-hmm. So, like, I didn't feel comfortable to do the videos that I'm doing now. Mm-hmm. And it was COVID. So it was like, I'm taking that time. We all isolating. Let me just isolate. World is about to open up. Mm-hmm. Boom, I break my collarbone. So I got an extra pandemic after that. Right. So that's why you see me now. The reason why you probably are feeling like, yo, she's outside, like nothing can stop her is because nothing can. I've already been stopped. Like, so you feel me? Like, it's my time to go now. And like, that's what I'm doing. And it's like, if I'm being real with you, I'm blessed because most of the time when I am outside, no one bothers me. It's just me and my team. Shout out to Ethan. Shout out to Paul. Shout out to Thaddeus. Shout out to Brandon. Love them all. They are literally like the people that I can call on for anything in my music. And I'm always thankful for them. Those are my media team, essentially. And it's very important for artists to have a media team. I think that, like, you need it just as much as you need the music. Mm-hmm. Just as much. If you feel like you're talented, you need to start networking and working with media people that you feel like y'all can grow together. Because y'all really can't do it without each other. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I agree.
But that's why you see me running around the way you do now, because I do have the confidence. Finally, it's like all timing matters. You know, it's like I got the music now. I got the I feel like I could show up as myself. I feel like I got the confidence inside of me. And like, this is what I know I want to do. So if I get the opportunity, I'm going to do it.
And you have the look.
Thank you. Shout out to Jackie and One's here.
This one right here.
Shout out to the jeans.
The total package.
Shout out to the jeans. I'm thankful.
I was looking at these photos too with you with the guitar. You look like you on some country stuff right here.
Thank you. Yeah, I recently started playing the guitar. I started before my accident. And that took me out for like a year. I couldn't really hold the guitar or anything like that. Didn't even feel comfortable touching it. Didn't feel confident. And I know that I don't have the largest range as a vocalist, but I know that me playing with my guitar live as a rapper, it's over. In the sense of like, it's a one-woman show now. Like, I got you. Like, I'm gonna be able to really put it on soon.
I have tremendous, I would say tremendous confidence in you. I see you going a long way. You just package yourself right, to be honest with you.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna say that is reference to your range. They had Mary J. Blige. They used to listen to her all the time, and she never really had a big range. But Mary had me.
Cause like what a lot of artists don't be having, she got that emotion.
Yeah, so Mary, she made it work. You know what I mean? So whatever we got is what you're doing. You're making it work. So, and your range can always get better, get a vocal cord.
Exactly, yeah. Like all that's, and I know I have a wide voice. I got a big voice. I just don't know how to use it.
Yeah, you got that raspy.
And I'm not scared to say that no more. It was a long time for me to feel confident to say that. Like, I don't. I'm still learning how to use that side of it.
Man, you sound dangerous. You sound like somebody got superpowers, don't know?
Yeah, like
full potential.
Because like that's a fact though. Because it's like I know I'm talented, but I know that like I used to always say like if God gave me the vocal ability that Beyonce has, you know how girls is out here trying to be Beyonce and people be seeing it like, oh, she's not Beyonce. It'll be me. Like if I had Beyonce's voice, I would have did that. That's what I would have did. Because she's fire, and I feel like I can't even believe we're like saying we lost Michael, we about to lose B, and I mean it in the sense of like. Who's doing that? Who's doing what she's doing with the talent that she has? You know, the range. That's amazing what she got going on.
That's right.
The way she put on a show. The way she give you 25 out of 8. You know what I'm saying? She give you that.
One thing I would say is because I know a lot of musicians. I did music myself, and I always told them, I said, "You ready for this industry? Because it is a job."
Yeah.
You know, these people are literally performers. They really don't have no life. They on stage sweating. They got to be choreographed. They got to get on flights. They don't sleep.
They don't eat sometimes.
People think, you know, and this is why people need to be paid like they weigh. You know what I mean? And in the industry, because you know, back in the days, in the 90s, people used to get a plat easy. You know, 500,000 copies in a week. Now you got Spotify or Apple Music where people's not really getting what they're supposed to be getting paid. And most of the money is made through particularly performances and merchandising and stuff like that. But, you know, there's ways to finagle this, as always. But, you know, like I said, you're the total package. And I have a question for you. So, where would you want to perform at? It's not even, what's it called? Was it Chris Rock? Oh, no, Kevin Hart. He said he wanted to host up, what was it, and they banned him because he made that statement. Was it the Oscars?
Chris Rock?
No, Kevin Hart.
Oh, Kevin Hart?
He said he wanted to perform. His lifelong dream was to perform on the Oscars or something.
I think I do know what you're talking about. I don't have the right verbiage, so I don't want to say it wrong too.
Yeah, but I know he wanted to perform on the platform his whole life, but he said something about
I know what you're talking about, and they banned him. So you're saying. So what's your question to me?
The question is, where would you want to perform? Like, you know, what's your ideal area? Like the Grammys, like, you know, Radio Music City Hall, you know, what, the Barclays, like the Garden. Like, where would you want to perform? What's your grand stage? What's your Whitney Houston moment?
Got you. I don't know. If I'm being honest with you, I know that I would like to be able to sell out my own world tour one day, though, like a world tour, and I know that I can do it. It's a matter of getting there. For me in this city, a dream of mine, just for accomplishment, was for me to come back and get mad love at the Apollo. That's when, and that's not my necessary Whitney Houston moment. That's just gonna be a moment for me. That's gonna be like a pillar. Like, okay, you doing it. Keep doing it, but you're doing it. Like, that's gonna be like one of my first, like, warming moments, because I performed in the city a lot, and now I'm ready to leave it. So my goal would be, like, rack up fan base throughout the whole country. Like, that's what I'm envisioning for myself, and gain a fan base in every major city, That way, by the time I come back to the city and I perform, I don't have to tell my loved ones that I'm performing. They don't have to show up to that show. They coming. They coming because I did the work. You know what I'm saying? Like I did the work. So it's like now, to be honest, my loved ones gonna be hitting me up asking me for tickets because there's no more. And you should have came to SOBs. You should have came to the New York Poetry's Cafe. You know what I'm saying? Like there's other places that you should have came. No disrespect. You should have came to the Dean. You didn't come to the Dean. I performed in front of 3 people before. So when I don't got tickets because we sold 250,000 of them, I don't have nothing to say to you. And like that's just where I'm taking it. That's where I know I'm taking it. But the goal is definitely a world tour.
Cool, there, Apollo. I think any successful person anywhere, once they become popular, I think coming home probably is one of the greatest things to do.
Yeah.
Because you get a lot. It's unfortunate that you didn't get a lot of love in the beginning, but when you come home, it just feels great because you are getting the love.
Yeah, in person, I feel the love. Like when I see people that love me and I love them, it's always love. But on the grand scale, and I'm really huge on not comparing. But also we're human, so we notice things. You notice who supports who, even though y'all got mutuals. You see these things. I like to keep my blinders on. Don't worry about that because it's like normally that stuff is a reflection on those people, not me. But for me, like I'll never forget the way I feel. I feel things and I know how it's gonna feel when I come back, and it will be better because that's the goal.
Got you. So I have a few questions. One question I kind of want to go back to the album for a second, the Total Package album. Why 17? Why you had to do them like that? Like, why 17? Like, what's going on with you?
We made a mixtape.
What's wrong with you? Crazy?
We made a mixtape, 17 songs, and almost get a Grammy off of that thing. I love yourself, boy, that one gone. You get the operation you dreamed of, and I'll finally send you the wrong. Get to make good on my promise. It all worked out, girl, because you should have known. We deserve it. You probably didn't listen to that song, but that's Look What You've Done.
Look What You've Done?
By Drake on Take Care.
I got to all 17 almost, but...
So... That song that I just rapped, that's not my song. That's not my song.
Okay, got you.
That song, Drake's first mixtape, the one that popped with him and Wayne, that one was 17 songs. I didn't even do that on purpose. But when I realized that I had 17 songs, and that was the full circle of the total package, it felt right to me. Especially because he is a huge influence to me. And I don't know if that was his first mixtape, but Drake got a mixtape with 17 songs. But it just so happens that presenting myself musically was always about showing that, one, I had the talent of songwriting. But the total package was also about how I'm the total package, but I also felt like I gave you a musical total package. So you have an intro, you got 3 rap songs, you got Missed Calls, Hiatus, No Love Lost. After you get the 3 hard rap songs, so you know I'm a rapper, you get into Bad. Then you listen to Pretty, Low, Wishlist, also like for the girls. Okay. After I get through to the girls, we do Drip Like This. Drip Like This takes you into Meant to Be, which becomes all the sad music. After the sad music, it's like the stages of grief, almost. It's like the total package was almost like me, like getting through my hardships and my love ships and grieving through it so you can get all of me at the end, which is my outro. And a lot of people don't know this, but my outro is my intro.
Tuned In, this was called Tuned In, the intro, right? Yeah,
so Tuned In starts off with me saying, this wasn't planned out, blah, blah, blah. At a point in All of Me, I take the complete second verse of Tuned In, and it's on All of Me on that new beat. A lot of people don't know that because, I'll have to be so huge. People are going to have to dissect my work before you would ever pick up on that. But, like... And Tuned In, I say, I started to understand how I really felt. Alone, so mentally, I was really by myself. And All of Me, I'm basically going through the whole album, and I'm like, until I started to understand how I really felt. So I end that project with how I started it. A lot of people will never know that. People will know that, you know what I'm saying? People will know that, but facts. But like, that was why you get the 17 songs for me, because when I got to 16, I knew I needed an outro. And then I found that beat. I'll never forget. It was called Lord Knows. And then I wrote my outro on it, and we put it all together. And I think I also didn't mind. I knew it was a long project. I knew it was at that time when a lot of people were like, don't drop so many songs. But I did that because
it's the total package.
And I never had any songs. I was already in my 20s, and I never dropped a song. So it was like, I dropped 6 singles, and then I gave you a 17-song project. cool. Nobody, because for a long time, you see how
like you the go to something. Like,
I mean, I'm feeling like it, but like I got a lot of work before I even get there.
Yeah,
but the whole point is just that like I love that you're telling me this right now. Like the things that you've told me since I've sat in this chair, you've told me that you feel like I got an arsenal. You feel like I got a lot of content. And when I tell you, when I dropped that project, I was the rapper who didn't rap. People used to walk up to me in the hood like, "What's up? You're not gonna do nothing? You're not gonna rap? You're not gonna drop a song? Give me your freestyle. You're not gonna give me spit a 16. Now I got so much music that when people ask me
just off the top of your head right now, so you sit
now,
in the chair.
bro, like I want to do that for you right
that's
now.
That's how you need to be, because you meet anybody, like, they be like, "What you got?" Like, you meet a Russell Simmons, now back in the days, they'd be like, "Yo, let me hear something."
And you have to do it, or you're not about it if you don't do it in that moment. But now I feel like people don't do that to me no more. No, people walk up to me as if I'm an artist now. People ask me what's next and things like that.
Yeah,
so I'm definitely proud of that.
That's coming.
I'm definitely proud of that.
But you know what I don't like about today, these day and times, is that we rush to the next project.
Instant gratification.
We don't do marketing and promotion and advertising enough for that first project that we got. Because people feel like the more I put out, the more, But we need to really focus on, a masterpiece that we create. And each and every one is a story of what we've been through. Like, I heard the whole production, and it was great. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was phenomenal. It's a good production.
Thank you.
So that's what I'm gonna ask you about, the production side of the part, not the lyrical, but the production side of the part. Where did you get your production from?
So when you say production, do you mean
The
where
audio.
do I record?
The audio is reference to the guys who produce the music, like the beats.
Every
stuff
beat
like
that I have on there, except No Love Lost, I found on BeatStars.com.
Got you. I got
So
mine.
I have a dope ear for music that I just happen to like. I happen to find all these beats, write these songs, and I happen to put them together, and I got like 8 to 10 different producers on there. Like, it's a lot. Like, I got Beats Inside Beats on there. I don't know if Buck Rose on that project, Way Too Lost. Like, there's so many dope producers that I have on that project. The issue, though, is that that makes me so sad is that all of them are so hard to just, like, you can't. Like, it's like I made that project, but I didn't grow in terms of production after that because I don't make music with any of those people anymore.
Gotcha.
I know my sound. I could meet a producer and we could work. But it's just so hard to find that. A lot of producers send me 40 beats at a time, and it's just like, no, like, this doesn't even sound like a beat. Why are you sending this to me? Like, I don't even know what the right verbiage for that is. So I hope that Trevor, facts, but like, I love to respect art, and I really like to, because like, for real, because like, I remember when I started rapping, and it sounded like it needed to be on those beats that people are sending me for free now, and it's just like, what is that called? Like, why don't they sound cohesive? What is, like, when the snare is over there, and I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable.
I guess.
And then they be hitting you up like, you ain't hear the beats? I did. I'm trying not to let you know I heard them.
I mean, say, what you gonna say? Not in key.
You think that's what it is? How about I let you hear some of them? That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let you hear some of them. I'm dead serious. So I be like, yo, like, why you, yo.
So we have the audio engineer over there, Trevor. He's about his business. He just chimed in for real quick.
Respectfully.
Now, BeatStars, I got some. Another thing about people don't know is that when you're independent, right?
Yeah.
Currently, right?
Always.
When
Never
you're
been
independent,
anything but independent.
Like, you got 17 songs.
I mean, on that project, I got 30-something out, though.
But you have to pay for all of those.
Oh, my God. We about to talk about money? You need to put my cash up, my donation. When you post this, cash up.
I mean, tell them.
Because we about to tell them how I spent $50,000 on a project and barely had 50,000 followers at the end of the year. Let's talk about it. That needs to be like that needs to be the video.
People need to know about this.
The video fucking.
Because, I do music too. I've got a music video and I got a few songs out, but I don't talk about that much.
Ridiculous.
But when you independent, you spend a lot of money on production. You spend a lot of money on studio time. You spend money on a videographer. You spend money on how to get your music licensed and put on, Spotify, Apple Music, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep.
So it is expensive. And so this is why, as independent artists, I don't really appreciate, when we have the streaming services that you don't see that recoup fast enough.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Yeah, so
It's unfair.
This is another thing people don't get, and people like, wow, and artists need to charge $6.99 or $9.99 for a project. Do you know how much money we spent to put it out? So that's what people need to know as far as a starving artist or the broke artist or the independent artist or the artist who has money, who's spending too much money, but who's pursuing their dreams out of their own pocket. Because this is what's happening with independent artists nowadays. But I commend you. I want people to know that aspect because a lot of people don't even touch on that.
Yeah. So, like, what would you like to know about that in terms of me and the monetary side of it all?
You just said it.
I mean, you know,
way
like,
more than that.
there's in the sense of, I feel like, like we said, though, I feel like people don't get it. Like, even in the sense of, like, the support that comes from it. Like, even if you didn't watch it, how hard is it to comment, for real? How hard is it, for real, to reshare something? But then you start thinking about all the other factors, like, what if I don't feel like posting today because I'm hiding from this person? And it's like, that's what social media is. Like, it's not even what it's for because everybody's using it to keep tabs on people. So, like, it's just become, like, just really hard for the creative to really be authentic and also survive on there, you know?
Gotcha. So I've got a few more questions. We're going to be at the end game and stuff like that. It's been phenomenal.
Definitely. I had a great time.
I got a few more questions for you. So, Morris Chestnut or Denzel?
Yo, what are we talking about? Like, a night or a movie? Like, what are we talking about? Like, currently, the prime, the peak? Like, what are we doing? Like,
I just throw it out there because everybody liked Morris Chestnut and they compared him to a few guys and he took the take, but I know a lot of women love Denzel. So I always like to throw it out there like, young Denzel against young Morris.
I'm literally too much. Y'all don't even want to hear my answer. Like, you said young?
Young. You know, you got to put young Denzel up there. You can't.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm taking Denzel.
Oh.
But I just can't trust Morris. But he's fire. Morris Chestnut is fire. But I'm taking Denzel. I'm 100% taking Denzel.
Okay. Dopest female MC. I think we already said that for you.
Yeah. I mean,
Liza,
dopest?
Liza Rock or?
You talking about Left Eye?
No, MC Light.
She's awesome. But if I want to do dopest right now, just because I want to do somebody who's currently thriving and has always thrived, and I feel like they don't get enough credit, and I'm going to say her name right now because I feel like she's so dope, and I feel like she gets overlooked a lot.
Ooh.
Queen Latifah.
That's my girl. I like Queen Latifah.
I love her. I feel like she is... like,
ladies first.
And then the fact
song,
that like a complete thriving music career.
You and I love Lady Latifah.
And then she completely switched up on us, and I think that's what I see myself doing. And I feel like I don't even know how much she inspires me yet because I haven't even tapped into my acting bag yet. But I know I'm heading that way. I already told y'all I'm gonna start doing comedy soon, and like I'm hoping that takes me to stages that take me to different places that I continue to thrive in.
Nice.
And I eventually end up behind somebody's screen, for real. She's awesome. I think she's so talented, like, musically, and she's a dope actress. And you know how many like, what? She did that movie with LL? And she gave us the Set It Off braids. Like, please, she's goated. She's goated, okay? I be wearing my Set It Off braids. Next time I come here, I'm coming with my Set It Off
People
braids.
be forgetting about the Set It Off joint.
I gotta go watch
Set It Off tonight. You just said that. Tonight, I'm tuned in to Set It Off. That's for sure.
I got you over here laughing.
Yeah, you a comedian. But it's good you said that because we looking to have comedians on here. So we're looking to do some stand-up down the line, stuff like that. You know,
that's fire.
I'm just, you know, I'm here with My Block TV and QB TV. The idea is just coming. I mean, I got connections to a lot of people. I've got him going out with a comedian.
Good vibe. Good vibe. Good vibe.
Yeah, for the dating show. You know, so we have
awesome.
We have a dating show coming up. It's called Shot Clock. So y'all gotta stay tuned.
Tune into that.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. So on the end note, two more things. Who's your favorite male MC? I'm gonna go back real quick.
Yeah, please do. Take me back.
I like Queen Latifah, but I'm gonna be honest, Younger May, that's my homie right there, man.
I mean, we love Young Ma. I love me some Young Ma.
May,
to be honest, like,
she hard.
She be getting me in my bag. I'll be listening to her. That's my girl. I like her. I like her a lot. She's very talented. And she made like a complete lane for herself. Like, she tore that shit up.
Independent.
Independently. Like, she over there doing it by herself. Like, she's literally awesome for that. That's called being goated, in my opinion. Like,
she is the goat.
She's awesome. She's awesome for that.
She's the hardest female lyrical.
Especially in terms of independent artists. Like, she really definitely might be one of the best of them. She
what I'm
is, for
talking-
sure.
that's what I'm talking
She
about.
definitely is, because she's doing it by herself.
Yeah.
Like, so like you must give credit where it's
Yo,
due.
younger man, I'm trying to get you. I'm talking to the peoples in Brooklyn.
I'm
and
still
trying to
over
get you
here
on
thinking about
man.
this male MC, because when you say MC, like
you got
I like artists, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to take it before.
You got
I'm not gonna
Rakim.
hold you though.
You got Biggie.
I'm always gonna be a Tupac girl. I love Biggie. I love him so much.
Mm-hmm.
But like changes, wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? I blast myself?
Yeah, that
like,
was hard.
What?
That was hard.
I'm tired of being poor, and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurting, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Are you dumb?
Ooh.
Are you dumb? Cops giving damn about a Negro. Pull a trigger, killer. He a hero. Like,
That's right.
what?
You're right.
Like, I'm talking about, I'm 10, 11, I'm 9, 7. I'm listening to that, and I'm like, facts. Like, why is this our reality? Why is this what he's rapping about?
Mm-hmm.
But,
okay.
so for that, just alone for that, it's Tupac for me.
All right, Tupac. Okay, cool. So, what's next for Najee? Comedian, of course, you mentioned.
What's next for Najee?
Flying to LA.
How you know? Did I mention that? Did I mention I've been trying to move there for like 5 years? Like, I've been trying to move to LA since COVID.
I don't know about LA, but I like California, everything California.
I just don't want to live where it's cold. Every day I want to wake up, and if it's cold need to be 73 degrees for me.
Nah, they ain't like that. They ain't like
67.
that out there. I love the weather.
Like, I cannot do this 32. I don't ever want to see a snowflake again.
I never
want to see it again.
I love putting my Timbs on, my hoodies and all that,
Like, unless I'm going to Aspen, I'm going to Colorado or something, I don't want to see it. Maybe when I move, I come back and visit New York during Christmas. Could get a couple snowflakes.
Okay, so what's up with the double, after the total package? What's next after this one?
It's definitely time for me to drop a new project. I don't know if a total package 2 is on its way. But I will say this, just because I'm here with you guys, I've had my next, like, 3 to 5 projects written since I got into that accident. Because when I got into that accident, I wrote about 400 songs.
Got you.
So what you see me doing right now is every week I go to the studio and I pick 3 to just run it up, and I get them out because I'm paying $100-something an hour for studio time. So it's like I'm just going there and I'm laying songs down. Talking about I'm laying 3 verses, 3 choruses down in like 26 minutes. Like, I'm trying to get it all down perfect so I could let that breathe, go to the next track, let that breathe, go to the next track. I go home, and then I listen to all 3. I go back the next week, I fix them. So, like, that's the way I'm doing things right now. But definitely 2 things that are going to happen. New music, like real new music, like a new project, a new phase is coming in 2025.
Okay.
Look for that late spring, early summer.
Okay, sounds about right.
But until then,
let total package do
definitely
what it do.
for the rest of this year, I'm dropping every Friday. I've done it this whole month. Nobody's notices though.
Are you dropping more? Dropping more content?
Like for the rest of this year, I will drop something every Friday on my YouTube. Every Friday.
Okay.
Every single Friday, I'm gonna drop something. So that's just where it's going for me right now. Because I dropped 4, because there was 4 Fridays this month. I got the video for next week ready. I got the video for the 12th ready. I got the video for the 19th ready. I'm shooting 2 music videos this month. And the music videos that I'm shooting this month, they're not with my media team that I mentioned. The music videos that I'm shooting, my cousin introduced me to some people she met at Fashion Week, and we clicked so well that we already created the treatment and everything and picked the dates.
Because Fashion Week when?
I
was just there last Sunday.
She was she came up the 6th to the 9th.
Okay.
So that was a while ago now. It was about 3 weeks ago now.
Got you.
But overall, like, my goal is to continue to get my visuals out, heighten the quality, exposure, opportunity, freedom.
Okay.
That's my goal.
Well, Najee Rayne, live from Bedford-Stuyvesant, is honored to have you on our platform. You're going to sign our table. Be the first one to sign our table and stuff like that. So, live from Bedford-Stuyvesant, it was an amazing episode. Najee Rayne, you heard it here first. The total package. You can stream it.
Thank you for having
she got
me.
a lot of content on YouTube. Please go check her out. I'm going to watch Set It Off tonight because this woman remind me Latifah got busy in there.
As you should, okay?
So from Live from Bedford-Stuyvesant, man, thank you guys for tuning in. Najee's going to do us a performance. We're going to enjoy that, and you will too, all right? So thanks for tuning in, man. We got much more to come.
Thank you.